wasn't like, oh man, I'd love to hang out with that big, fat, giant, weird motherfucker. But yeah, he was tolerable, you know. But then as soon as he started with this, you know, this arrogant, you know, scumbags are beautiful bullshit, yeah, that was game over for me. As soon as he said the word scumbag, it was sort of over for me. You know, when his ambition in life was basically to be a scumbag. I mean, you know, how can you applaud that?
I'm not really sure what his
Seems like
ambition
he
is.
died. Like there's no videos on any of his channels.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has a real perception that, you know, life is, you know, just something you orchestrate from your position and you just take, you know, and you don't worry about, you know, that he has no ethics or morality. I mean, it's really a despicable creature. Well, if you can get enough calories out of eating your grandma, go ahead. You know, that's what she's there for.
I recently saw your video where, you know, a couple of years ago you addressed the death of his father, and I thought that was a really good video you made. I don't know why it got attacked the way it did.
Well, because there's certain individuals on YouTube who are henny penny hysterical bitches who will contrive controversy out of nothing. And they have names like To Be Serious when they're not really very serious. Yeah, but I mean, that's all it came down to, you know. It's that you have some woman go all hysterical and everybody else just follows along. There's a hysterical woman. let's go bang some drums in her defense. I mean, it was just silly. Because yeah, I was just trying to be sympathetic to his circumstance as best I could. I didn't do anything wrong. and you know, well anyway, I won't even get into it, but it was just silly.
Yeah, it was a great, sensitive video on your part, and you just, you know, you related the only story you knew about his dad. I think something about $20, and people jumped all over that.
Yeah, and I ended the video by saying maybe you could tell us some better stories. You know, that's how I ended the video. Maybe you could tell us some better stories. Yeah, because I was a little bit pissed off that here he's talking about this person who, you know, his father's dead, how it impacts him, all this kind of stuff, and it's like, yeah, well, TJ, the only thing you've told us about your father is that he went to federal prison for 6 years, you know, for being a crook, and that he throws $20 bills at waiters, you know, at restaurants, you know, after he walked out on a check. But that's all you've given us so far. You know, and he tells you, turn the channel on the damn TV, you fucktard. And that's how he, you know, but that's it. There was 3 crappy shit stories that he gave us about his father. And then he's going to make a video about, well, my father's dead. Well, I mean, what are we supposed to say? You know, ding dong, the shithead's gone. Because so far, all you've described is a big fat, you know, your father is a fucking asshole. So yeah, so the asshole's dead. Good. You're lucky.
Well, I don't think he saw it coming. It's pretty sudden heart attack. Probably the best way to go.
Oh yeah, I mean, in that sense it was. It was just a weird circumstance. I mean, these are things that were inevitably going to happen to somebody. You know, this real life shit, you know, is going to happen. And it was just like, you know, we didn't have a whole lot of experience in how to deal with that. And so I'm not saying I handled every bit of it right, but he certainly didn't handle it right either. And then Jesus, like I said, it was To Be Serious, and Jesus freak jumped on the way. I mean, they're all this, oh, it was just so disgusting. Like, everybody was supposed to, it was almost, it's like it's the cliche thing, you know, when somebody dies, everybody's supposed to drop their head and say, oh, what a wonderful guy, and yeah, well, he only molested like 400 or 500 kids. It's not like it was thousands, and it wasn't, you know, I mean, you go down, you know, it's like everybody's supposed to grieve, you know, and it's like, no, some people you just can't grieve for. Yeah, well, TJ in person is nothing. I mean, you know, you could really see that when he did the when he met up with Meta Bob.
Meta Bob.
It was just amazing that like TJ just totally turned in like to a like an 8-year-old kid or something. It was like, well, I don't know what to say, and you know, I'm just TJ, and you know, I was just like, what the fuck? If there's one other personality in the room, he he dissolves into nothing. I mean, he really does. You know, he's going to suck if he ever tries to do his stand-up in front of an audience, because he's really intimidated by people.
Now, did you and TJ ever do videos back and forth, like?
Yeah, well, we tried to, but they just never turned it. You know, I was the Joker, and then I was Batman, and you know, I did the whole Rocky thing. I mean, I was always trying to get him to go somewhere, but he would never come back with anything. I mean, you know, the one time, the Rocky one was kind of funny, just because he did come back, but it was like he just pissed his pants totally. He made this ranting and raving video in his garage, and he's walking around in circles. He's going, "But what about the gay marriage? What about the gay marriage? You know, the gay marriage." He's just like, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, you asshole? You know, this state just passed a law that says civil unions are okay. It was just so, it was completely bizarre, and so that was just kind of funny. But then Fake Sagan had to come to the rescue. It just got funnier and funnier, but they just kept tripping over each other. I mean, I just had this whole Keystone Cop kind of thing in my head. I mean, I was playing the old Little Rascals music as I was watching their videos, and it was just like, you know, it was just so bad. I mean, it was just, you know, there was, how could you sustain an argument with these people, because they were completely fucktarded. Even Fake Sagan's video, I mean, he actually resorted to like, actually, you know, he lies a little bit, you know, he does script his videos. But in the video he did against me, he actually had a whole portion that was, you could see him reading it off the computer. I mean, it was that bad. He had to read the insults off the computer.
Now, is Fake Sagan still around anymore, or is he gone?
Well, you know, he's mentally gone. You know, I don't know where he's gone, but yeah, his brain is in Arkansas. You know.
Oh man, I wish he'd come back. It would be so funny.
Yeah, it's such a legacy now that I just don't know if he could pull it off. You know, but you just can't quite see him the same way when you got those images of him kissing TJ, and then you got the, you know, with a gun to his head, and the, "Where's my gun? Where's my gun? Mommy, they took my gun, Ma." Yeah, I was just, you know, he just kind of lost all credibility. Oh, I think I cut my hand off. Oh, yeah, I did a little, well, yeah, I went a little too far, yeah, I went a little too deep, yeah, better, well, maybe not, yeah, I guess maybe, yeah, I'm a fucktard. I mean, it was just so bad. Look, I'm a man, I'm gonna cut my arm. Oh, I did cut my arm. Oh, it's coming off. Oh, my bad.
Did anybody see at the end of that clip that was posted on YouTube, actually, after he'd cut himself, he got quite worked up because he was trying to find me in the chat and he was trying to kick me, and he did manage it, but he was like, "Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Ooh, Gemma," and he's like, because he really hates me. I have it on good authority from Galen, who also says that he reckons Captain Awesome's coming back to YouTube at some point, so that'll be good if he does.
Oh, hell no. I liked Captain Awesome for 5 minutes. You know, he did a video drunk wearing a pirate hat, and that was pretty good. But that was it for me. I mean, oh, I hate that guy. He's like he's the amazing atheist in a little troll suit. I mean, he's just, oh, he's just a weaselly little conniving, yuck, I hate him.
I'd like to see you do more videos with that Eagle Eye guy. He went into his room one night and he just kicked you out.
He should